There are millions of books in the world, but only one of them can tell you who you are and why you're here. The book is the Bible, and the author is God Himself. Discovering your destiny is a lifelong journey through this book. No matter where you are in life, if you're hungry to find your purpose, Bible college can be a pivotal step in that journey. Want to know if it's your next step? Join us as we give you a real taste of Bible college, one bite at a time. I'm Daniel Smith, and this is Bible College Bites. For this inaugural episode of Bible College Bites, we thought it only fitting that our first guests be some of my fellow alumni, more specifically, graduates from the inaugural class of Kenneth Copeland Bible College. That's why we've come to Bossier City, Louisiana. We're here to visit Jonathan and Rebecca Davis, KCBC Class of 2020. Guys, thank you again for being our first guest and helping us launch this show. Before we jump into the Bible College experience, give us a little snapshot of your life prior to Bible College.
Okay. Jonathan and I both grew up in church. We both got saved at an early age. We both served in the church. Our parents served in the church. We knew church, we knew Christianity, but we got caught up in the mundane, the day-to-day life.
The hamster wheel.
Exactly,
Yeah.
The hamster wheel of life. And I'd say the things of God, we kind of became numb to them. We didn't have that fire anymore. In 2011, found out we were going to be parents, and the Lord started dealing with him specifically about becoming the man of God that our family needed him to be, which led him to follow Brother Copeland. We started feeling the call to ministry and knew that Bible college would be our next step. And so found out in 2017, Brother Copeland was opening a Bible college, and we applied and began in 2018.
It's so cool to hear how God orchestrates things and set that in place right at the time when you guys needed it.
Absolutely, he ordered every step.
The first part of the Bible college experience that we want to highlight today is the classroom education. Jonathan, you have a specific experience with a specific class that you have that you're going to share from. Tell us what class that is. Tell us about that.
Okay, so it's the life of Christ. So essentially you go through all the Gospels and you find out the life and teaching of Jesus. You follow him throughout his whole earthly ministry and really go in depth. You drill down on what Jesus was doing and saying and how he was treating people, handling all the things that were brought to him. That's where you really learn who he is.
Okay, so you're learning his teachings, how he operated, and really who Jesus is as a person.
Yes.
Give us one biblical truth that you took from that class or you received in that class that made a significant impact on your life.
Okay, so we can go to 1 John 4 and verse 8. It says, "He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love." And so what took place in that class for me, I had an experience with Jesus. Having an experience with Jesus, you essentially have an experience with love itself. And so that totally changed my life and who I was, how I looked at people, how I handled crisis, how I handled all these things in my life. And I really got to put the lens of Christ on my eyes to where I could see people differently in their situations. You know, I dealt with people my whole life before in desperate situations, but never to an extent to the way I do now with having that revelation of love and who he is in me and how to operate. It really just changed the way that I looked at things.
How has that affected your life now after Bible college? What is the difference that has made for you guys?
Okay, well, going into Bible college, we went into it knowing that, hey, when we're done, we're going to travel and minister and go teach. Never wanted to be a pastor. Didn't want to deal with the people aspect of ministry, which is a totally wrong way of looking at things.
Yeah.
But, having that experience really changed the way that I look at people. So I started handling people in a different way. And actually that compassion towards people actually led us back to Bossier City to start a church, bringing back the life and teachings that we learned of Christ at KCM, Kenneth Copeland Bible College, and bringing that back to the people here in Bossier City, Louisiana.
Starting to understand and see who Christ is in you, then that literally transformed you.
Yes.
So now you have compassion and are brought back home here to start a church.
Yep. Brother Jesse says something. He says, the only Jesus people might see is the Jesus in you and the Jesus in me. So that's the way we have to live our life is, hey, I'm here as an ambassador for Christ. This is who I am. It makes me go back to the adulterous woman. You're looking at people in their situations and things like that, and we have to go to it like Jesus did. The only person that was available or able to cast that stone was Jesus himself. But what he did, he says, I condemn you not, go and sin no more. That's the love that we have to exude is, hey, I'm not here to condemn you. I'm here to love you. I'm here to disciple you. I'm here to help you in this situation.
Right. Yeah, that's good. It reminds me too that the only way we can do that is with, as you said, Christ in us.
Yep.
This is the only way we can love people the way we need to love them, right?
Yep, that's it. Christ in us, the hope of glory.
There you go. Another area of Bible college that we want to highlight for you today is the practicum. For those of you who may not know, practicum is when you learn through real-world application of the principles that you receive in the class. So Rebecca, you have some experience that you had in practicum that you want to share with us. So tell us about what the practicum was and what that experience was like for you.
So my practicum was in hospitality, specifically back in the speaker's room. The speaker's room is a place where the ministers can go before they preach, whether it be local preachers or guest ministers that come in. And my job was to create an atmosphere that protected the anointing for them. We would serve them and just learned a level of excellence, integrity, honor while I was back there. For example, we would turn all of the water bottles the exact same way, which could seem unnecessary to some, but they were teaching me a level of excellence in even the smallest things. And I will say that I did not see myself back there. I was comfortable in children's ministry. That's what I did at my home church, and I could have easily just gone back to that. But the KCBC leadership saw something in me, and they pulled me back there. And not only did they tell me what to do, they showed me. I saw them exemplify honor, integrity, excellence every single time I was back there.
And you said that you didn't see yourself doing that, so it sounds like they imparted to you. They also pulled some things out of you, got you out of your comfort zone, would you say?
100%, yes. Totally pulled me out of my comfort zone, and they helped me to see myself the way that God sees me.
Now, this is something that I think is unique to Bible college and really to Kenneth Copeland Bible College. The leadership and the faculty, how they interact with the students in this practicum experience.
That's right, and it's different from just serving in the church like I had done in the past. This is more a higher level. They're seeing us as a leader in training and like a peer. It's that they're imparting what they are doing every day into us, and they're cheering us on, and they're pushing us to that next level. And it's different than just serving in a church.
Like she said, getting out of her comfort zone. It was very easy to go back to children's church. It's very easy to sit on the back row and just be the one that nobody really sees.
Right.
But they pulled something out of her that really totally changed her life.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's awesome. Well, and so that leads us to today. Now you're on this side of Bible college. You guys have started a church. So what does it mean for you in your life today, whether church or other areas of life?
It started us off on that high level of excellence. When we go to do anything, we're doing it from a standard of excellence that I learned there. And everything that we're doing is representing God. I go back to 1 Peter 2:12. It says, "Be careful to live properly among your unbelieving neighbors. Then even if they accuse you of doing wrong, they will see your honorable behavior and they will give honor to God when He judges the world. Honor will carry you far, excellence will carry you far, integrity will carry you far." And those are the things that I learned there that I'm using in the church today. I now am responsible for training other leaders, and I get to impart those same things that were imparted into me into them.
The pillars that Kenneth Copeland Bible College is founded on, which is faith, excellence, and integrity.
That's right.
And it's built right into what was imparted to you. And,
Exactly.
And now you have it as part of your ministry and your church.
That's right.
But this goes beyond just ministry, right?
Absolutely. I mean, family, friends, in my job, making the area better and imparting whatever I can into it. And that all came from what I learned in this practicum experience.
Yeah, that's great. It reminds me too that those of us who are also graduates from the college, even though we were part of different classes and I came after, we are family in a way that we're not with others.
That's right.
Because we have those same characteristics.
They've become a way of life. It's how we look at everything. You know, we go back to those things that we learned, and that's how we operate in everyday life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, as much as we enjoy feeding on the Word, we also want to have some extracurricular fun on this show. And since this is Bible College Bites, that means food. So coming up, Jonathan's going to give us a taste of some local Louisiana flavor. Jonathan, what is the local favorite that you're going to share with us today?
We're having fried catfish.
It sounds like a proper Southern meal.
It is.
Is there any connection to Bible college for you with catfish, or is it just a personal favorite?
Yes, there is a connection with Bible college. When at the end of Bible college in the year 2020, as we were graduating, I got hired as the relief team coordinator for Kenneth Copeland Ministries.
Right.
So on all of our outings that we would go on, we would actually fry fish for everybody on the trip.
Walk us through prepping a good catfish.
So what I like to do, I always get the fillets and I thin them down pretty good. I sprinkle a little seasoning on it, and then we have our cornmeal or our fry that we're going to put it in, which is a blend of cornmeal and flour.
Cornmeal and flour.
Yes, and there's some seasoning in on that too. You just throw a couple of these in here, and then you just take it.
All right.
I mean, it's as simple as that.
And this is how you like it, right?
I like it soft fried. I live in northwest Louisiana. We don't really do the Cajun thing. We're more redneck.
Okay.
So our thing is French fries and hush puppies go along with fish real good.
There you go. Looks like we're ready to go. Let's get to frying, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, so we've done our prep. You got your oils nice and hot.
We're ready to fry some fish.
We're ready to fry some fish.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're gonna drop it in here real quick.
Tell us the key to a good fish fry.
You know, like we said earlier, the fish fry, the actual fry that you're putting it in, the seasonings and things like that, have a big part to play. That's probably the most important.
So number one.
And then number two is the fish cooker.
Fish cooker.
Yes.
That's you, right?
I wish. No, it's actually the fryer,
the fryer itself. You're talking about the fryer. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't skimp on your fryer when you go shopping for a
No,
fryer.
don't skimp on the fryer.
Okay. And then we have our sides here.
For time's sake, we went with some store-bought jalapeno flavored. I'm looking for that golden brown look that it has to it.
Okay.
I think those are good.
So you stay under 400 for
Yes.
sure. We're ready for the taste test, I guess.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, we have finished our fry up. We've got our catfish and our sides.
It's calling my name right now. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. First bite will be with ketchup. That's how you guys
how
have
we
it,
like it.
right?
That's how I eat.
It's very good. It's very good. Now I can see why you said you like the soft fry. It gives you that melt in your mouth
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
kind of taste. Is this how you've always had catfish?
Yeah,
or-
it reminds me of home, fellowshipping
Okay.
with family and friends.
And this is typically how you guys do it with little hush puppies and
In the front.
And the
fries.
fries.
Yep.
And I like
Gotta
to
try
dip
that.
mine in ketchup.
Try the husk. Yeah, I do too. See what we got. Okay. So you get that crunch, but then you get in there and you still have that soft inside with plenty of flavor. I say it's a winner, guys.
Good deal. Well, I'm glad you like it.
We've had our official taste test, so we're gonna have family and friends over and dig in. In Psalm 23, David says to God, "You prepare a feast for me." That's what God's given us in His Word, and that's what makes Bible college such a rich experience. At this point, you've only just pulled up to the table. I mean, today barely qualifies as an appetizer. We're going to dive into faith, prayer, preaching and teaching, hermeneutics. What's that? The Holy Spirit? Who's that? Media, people skills, and that's only a handful of the subjects. We'll talk to faculty, staff, guest lecturers, students, other alumni, and the list goes on. Bible college is more than an education. It's a life-changing experience that puts you on the path toward your purpose. In Jeremiah 29, God says, "I have plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but to give you hope and a future." I encourage you to consider Bible college as your next step toward that future, especially Kenneth Copeland Bible College. In the meantime, stay tuned for more tastes of Bible college right here on Bible College Bites. You know, Jesus said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they will be filled." So, until next time, stay hungry.